Hi everyone, welcome to this session, Avoiding Scam Job Postings, offered by Career and Professional Development here at Mercy University. Our Career Academy sessions are made to provide you with the necessary tools and resources to advance your career path, and we're very happy to have you join us today. For those who do not know, my name is Sharon O'Kane, and I'm the Assistant Director in Career and Professional Development. I currently lead the healthcare and wellness community and provide career coaching to all students and alumni here at Mercy. Today, we will be talking about avoiding scam job postings, a topic that is really important to understand during your job or internship search. Have you ever looked at a job or an internship posting and felt like there's something not quite right about it? Or have you ever applied for a job posting that, as you researched it more, heard more negative things about the employer, or felt like it was quite sketchy as they ask you for more information? We want to help you avoid job postings that could jeopardize your finances or compromise your personal information. Some areas we will look at in our agenda include understanding why scam postings exist, some major red flags to watch out for on job postings, building some strategies to identify and avoid scams, and the right people to contact when you do spot a potential scam. We're here to help and hope that this session will be useful to you. So what is a scam posting? Scam job postings are fake employment opportunities with the ill intent of gathering sensitive data, personal information, or money from you. As you can see from the example in our slide, this very seemingly innocent job posting from Spirit Airlines is asking for personal information, like a copy of the back and front of your driver's license. You may think of this as a simple ask, but there's no reason to be providing that type of information at the start of your job application. In our presentation today, we're going to be highlighting some other areas to look out for when reading job postings, and this is just one of the examples that you can find. So you might be asking yourself, why do scam postings exist in the first place? Well, it's rather unfortunate, but there are organizations and individuals out there in the job pool who are looking to exploit individuals or take advantage of individuals who are looking for good and honest work. Scammers usually look for targets that they feel are vulnerable, maybe even desperate, or in a rush. Perhaps you're trying to send out as many applications as possible, because they are most likely to miss the signs that something is off. This may or may not describe you personally right now, but job seekers often find themselves in those types of positions, and scammers are ready to take advantage of that. By the way, this is just one reason that focusing on a sheer quantity of job applications can put you at a disadvantage. In your hurry to get as many applications out there as possible, you might miss the signs of a scam and put yourself at risk. So why do they scam? To get free and cheap labor, that's finding job seekers who are willing to work for a lower wage or salary, or to work for free without the job seeker actually realizing that they're being exploited. To get money out of the job seeker, this can come in various forms, but ultimately many scammers are looking to get money out of you when promising a job opportunity. To gather sensitive information from the job seeker, this can be information like bank details, social security numbers, anything they can get to be used for their own dubious activities. Identity theft is very real and still very much happening everywhere, or for money laundering purposes or financial fraud. Even if they don't ask for money, they can also implicate you in their own illegal financial activities, like sending you a lump sum of money so that they can get to use your bank account for their laundering purposes. Scammers come in different shapes and sizes and can target you from anywhere around the world. So it's really important to understand some of the telltale warning signs that a job posting is a scam. The main aim of a scammer is to exploit job seekers by targeting their vulnerabilities, and this is all illegal practice. We do not want you to fall for any of these traps, as it can be very difficult to fix the situation once you're in it. Regardless of the reason why people look out to scam someone, it's important for you to know the major red flags that might pop up when you're looking at a job posting. We want to help you understand where you might discover a fake job posting and areas you want to look out for to avoid getting caught up. So you may have come across suspicious job postings in various places, and these are some of the more common mediums that you might see. Fake job listings on a job search website. So many job sites try to avoid scam postings as much as possible, and they do have measures in place to identify them before they get posted. But scammers are constantly learning and finding ways to be hidden under the radar on job sites. So please look out for that. Email offerings or messages through job board websites. Think of Indeed or LinkedIn. You will find legitimate recruiters out there, but also need to be aware of those who are not and are starting to send you messages. And then calls from recruiters. This is less common, but it is still possible to get a call from a recruiter that is a scam. I do want to remind you, using Handshake, Mercy's job and internship board exclusively for students, does offer a layer of protection because our team researches employers before approving them to post positions for you. But even a well-designed scam can get past us. So stay alert and be sure to let us know if you find a scam. These are some of the typical warning signs to watch for in a posting as you read it from beginning to end. Salary too good to be true. If the salary offered seems out of the norm of the industry standards, so perhaps they're offering something that's too high, it might be wise to look the organization up on websites like Zippia, Glassdoor, or others that can give you a salary estimate for the job. This is to make sure that you are not being swindled. Poor spelling or grammar. Some job descriptions don't read well, or they're missing certain words, spelt important parts incorrectly. Legit job descriptions are meticulously written and they're double checked to avoid these things. So if you see multiple mistakes in a job posting, that might mean it is a scam. If the company is also communicating with you unprofessionally, it might be a sign that something's wrong. Request for personal information. A company should never ask you to put sensitive information early on in a job application process, like social security, access to credit reports, bank details before they've offered you a position. This is all identity theft and completely illegal. The company wants payment from you. Major red flag, as no one should be asking you for payment. If they ask you to pay for equipment or expenses, it's usually a way to get money out of you, especially when you haven't started yet. Alternatively, you may receive a blank check from an employer to deposit. This is a way for scammers to get your bank information or maybe report your transaction as fraudulent so that they can get their money back from your bank account. Never provide your details to these employers or make any payments for anything. Offering very flexible work hours. A common theme of scam job postings is that they offer super flexible work hours to make a position more enticing, especially a remote position. If it seems like you wouldn't be doing very much work in your given work schedule, or it's just too loose, yet they're offering pay that clearly equates to a full-time position, you may want to keep an eye out for this. Job requirements or descriptions are too vague. Some job postings will barely have any information about the job or write many words that still doesn't provide enough information about what you're actually going to be doing. If the job description seems too vague, focuses more on the monetary incentive or the team you would be working for, but doesn't tell you what your day-to-day responsibilities are, it's time to be suspicious. Job offers a get-rich-quick scheme. Jobs that claim you will gain a substantial amount of money within a short period of time are likely a type of pyramid scheme, or you may or also hear things like a multi-level marketing scheme. Telltale signs of these include asking you to recruit others within the scheme. This would be for commission or vague compensation systems. For example, how do they plan on paying you? And then emails coming from personal accounts not affiliated with the actual business. Recruiters don't typically use their personal email accounts when looking to recruit. Even small business owners will have emails affiliated with their business. If you see personal emails being used, be vigilant. Do your research. See if you can find the individual's email address affiliated with the organization that they're supposedly representing. Again, also watch for spelling errors and mistakes. This is very typical for scam emails. Websites look sketchy or unverifiable. Fake URLs, fake photos, fake company names are common. So make sure to check all the websites to see whether it is real or not. While I don't recommend clicking any links that look odd or have spelling errors, if you are on a website, check for how much content they have. See if the tabs are leading to different pages on the site, review their social media presence, and even you could also do some reverse Google image searches to see where their images come from. Make sure they have a real online presence. Companies that only have a residential address. While we understand that there's remote positions from legitimate organizations working out of home, like someone who might have started their own e-commerce business, for example, it's important to be vigilant with employers working out of their home. We never recommend students working with individuals who work out of a residential address unless it's a care or a nanny position, but even these should be done through a legitimate agency. And we do not approve in-home positions of any kind on Handshake for students' protection. Employers communicating only through chat or WhatsApp or another online chat. Scammers will typically conduct the entire job application process through online means so that you never see their face. While it's convenient, a job offer cannot be secured from a legitimate company through online communication alone. Ask that they give you a call, do your research, even then. And then employers reaching out to you first, out of the blue. While there will be times where an employer reaches out to you because they see that you are a good fit for a position that's relevant to your field of interest, for example, on LinkedIn or Handshake, you might see that coming up. Be vigilant of employers who reach out seemingly out of the blue, stating that they have found your resume online or they send you an email wanting to offer you a job, especially if your background isn't actually a match for the position. If they have unusual requests or another red flag pops up, it's likely a scam. And then receiving a job offer right away. Similarly, if an employer offers you a job straight away, that may also be a sign that they're desperate to A, fill a position that's not good, or B, fill a position that doesn't exist. Scammers target vulnerable people, especially job seekers who may need a job desperately. Don't fall for these types of offers as they likely want to rope you in very, very quickly. And then employer is very persistent. He puts pressure on you. He puts pressure to hear from you. This can be a little intimidating, but no employer should be persistently reaching out to you through email, calls, or chat to see if you'll apply for a position or push you to complete an application, ask for information. Once you start feeling uncomfortable about an employer, it's time to let it go. Now that you know some of the warning signs to look out for, I would like to suggest some steps you should take during your job search to avoid falling for them. Having a strategy in place when you're looking for jobs helps you spend time on applications that matter and avoid postings that do not. Being watchful and vigilant requires steps, and I would recommend the following. We have listed some steps here that you can follow to actively avoid scam postings. Firstly, research. Do your research on the employer and find out if they are associated with words such as scam, fake, fraud, complaint, review, or others. You'll likely find the information you need through Google, Glassdoor, and more. To go a little deeper, research the person who contacted you. Look them up on LinkedIn and see if their name and email is associated with their company and if you have any connections in common. Don't use this as the final check. I would go as far as sending them a quick message on LinkedIn if you're really unsure that you're talking to the same person, because many scammers impersonate individuals from well-known organizations. Use reputable job sites. We provide you with a list of different job sites that are reliable, and many of them already have measures in place to ensure you don't even see a scam posting. Reputable job sites include Handshake, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and others. However, scammers get smarter every time and learn ways to slip under the radar, so it's still important to be vigilant even on reliable job sites. Verify contact information and confirm employer's identity. Verify the person's contact details by searching on Google and matching their information with the company they represent, their information on LinkedIn, and other things as well. Watch out for slight misspellings, an added dash in their email, or other changes. If there is very limited information online, be suspicious of that. Does the employer hide behind emails or chat? Make sure you see their face at least through a video call or in-person visit so that you know the person behind the contact. Most scammers will not show their real face and will make it hard for you to confirm their identity. Verify website security. Make sure their website is secure with an HTTP or HTTPS in their web link. Don't click any links that look suspicious to you or are asking for more information. If it's a real website, double check tabs to make sure you can click them too. Never pay anyone and don't provide bank details until you are hired. Don't provide bank details until you're hired, even if it's too soon and you have gone through a whole job application process. Eventually, you will provide the details for direct debit, but this is only once you know it's a safe and secure job that you have been offered. Secure your personal information. Take time to make sure you do not give any personal information out through email, on websites that don't seem secure. Again, eventually you'll need to provide the sensitive information like your social security, but this does not happen early on in the job application process. When in doubt, talk to people you trust about the job posting. Describe the job offer to them so that you can get a second opinion. It will give you time to think about the offer too. Never feel like you have to deal with suspicious behavior alone, and reach out to people you know that can help, like family, friends, and others in your circle who you feel okay sharing this with. Remember that you can always consult career and professional development, as we are experienced in researching potential employment scams. We're happy to do some additional verification for you to ensure that the posting is legitimate, and trust your own instinct. If you just don't feel right, you might be right. Better to be safe than to be sorry. So once you have successfully spotted a scam posting in the wild, the following steps will help not just you, but others who may see the posting as well. Number 1, stop all communication with the employer. Even if the employer is reaching out, stop all communication to prevent any further issues. Engaging with them will only further exacerbate the situation. As requested by our Department of Campus Security, contact safety@mercy.edu to report the incident, regardless of how you came across it. Campus Safety has measures in place to ensure that the scam posting is handled, so feel free to leave it with them. They also encourage you to report the scam to the Federal Trade Commission in order to file a complaint. Number 3, notify any of us on the Career and Professional Development team. That's cpd@mercy.edu. This gives us as much information as possible so that we can take care of the next steps for you. If you found the posting on Handshake, we'll be sure to take the posting down or help to get it removed from other platforms. If you did pay a scammer, as mentioned by the Department of Campus Safety, no matter how you paid, whether it's debit or credit card, mobile payment app, wire transfer, gift card, cash reload card, cryptocurrency, immediately contact the company you used to send the money, report the fraud, and ask to have the transaction reversed if possible. The Federal Trade Commission has lots of helpful articles for all of these payment methods, so be sure to take a look at them. If you need specific advice on reversing different types of payments, read the article, What to Do If You Were Scammed. All of these links were provided by the Department of Campus Safety, and you can speak to them if you have any other specific questions. All right, so to summarize, we hope that the information provided has given you some insight into the world of job scams, and you have the necessary tools in place to make sure your job search is not marred by an unfortunate experience like a scam. Always remember, be aware of the types of job scams out there, know where to find them and why a scammer might be doing this. Watch out for those red flags, stay vigilant when you're online, read and reread job postings as best as you can so that you don't fall victim to an unfortunate situation. Keep a strategy in place for your job search. If you don't want to be caught unaware, try to follow the right steps in your search. Know what you're looking for, do your research, and make wise decisions. And know that you're not alone. Even if you feel suspicious or you have unfortunately gone too far, you're not alone in the situation. Consult those you trust, make use of the services like ours to always help you each step of the way. And make sure you follow next steps once you do identify a scam. Follow through with reporting scams so that others who might be a little more vulnerable than you do not get caught up in the scam. You're doing everyone a favor here. All right, thank you so much for watching this session from our Career Academy series. We hope that this has been helpful to you and have included our contact information in case you need to reach out to us. We have our website and email that you can use to contact us. Feel free to follow us on Instagram and of course use Handshake to schedule an appointment with us.